What's up guys, welcome to the Swaggy experience. So today I'll be talking about the trade that happened last night between the New York Knicks and the Dallas Mavericks. The New York Knicks sent Kristaps Porzingis to the Dallas Mavericks. Let's break down the trade. Alongside Porzingis, the New York Knicks also sent Courtney Lee, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Trey Burks to the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for the expiring contracts of DeAndre Jordan, Wes Matthews, and the young guy that they should have picked in the 2017 draft, Dennis Smith Jr., alongside two future first-round picks. When I first heard the trade, I was really surprised because I didn't really think the New York Knicks will send Kristaps Porzingis away, because he is basically the franchise player. They finally hit the lottery in the lottery pick when they picked him, right? Number 4, 7'3", that could shoot 3, and he was showing real potential. He was blocking shots, and his moves is really good. Then he got injured, and everything fell apart, because you don't know what kind of Kristaps Porzingis will come back. There's no blueprint on a 7'3" that is skinny and have a history of injury. Because if you look at NBA history, anybody that's really over 7'3", they have histories of injuries after another. Because the human body is not really meant to be that tall, to be honest. Normal people is around 6 feet tall. And when you're playing a sport that requires a lot of jumping, a lot of running, a lot of side-to-side movement, you're gonna need to use your body. And then the weight of 7'3" is different, So it's been injury prone so far, but that's the risk you have to take if you're the Dallas Mavericks. Because you just hit the lottery, an MVP caliber out of Luka Doncic, right? You have the number 5 pick on the 2018 draft. And then you traded to get number 3, because Phoenix should have gotten Luka Doncic, or Sacramento should have gotten Luka Doncic. Even Atlanta Hawks should have gotten Luka Doncic, but they all kind of passed on him, right? So the Dallas Mavericks swoop right in, and that is actually a perfect scenario because you have Dirk Nowitzki, probably the best European player ever, right? So you can see Luka Doncic looking up to Dirk Nowitzki. And Kristaps Porzingis, when he got drafted, we compare him to Dirk Nowitzki because he's a over 7-foot player that can shoot 3, and this guy can also defend. And then now you're putting him to the Mavericks, where Dirk Nowitzki is playing on his last year. So next year is gonna be a mentor role. So you're gonna mentor Luka and Kristaps Porzingis. So they're gonna be both happy. So when you grab Kristaps Porzingis out of the New York Knicks and you pair him with Luka Doncic, now you have the best duo Europe has ever produced. The best duo. I'm telling you, this is going to be a championship caliber team, providing Kristaps Porzingis stay healthy and Luka Doncic just ascend the way we're projecting him to be, because the guy is pretty much MVP level in the future, because the guy could score any facet. He got the step back 3, he could shoot from mid-range, he was backing up his opponents, he could hook the shots, he could do floaters, he could shoot clutch threes. And the best thing about Luka Doncic is a great playmaker. He could find open guys. When you pair him with Kristaps Porzingis, now Kristaps Porzingis will no longer be the first option. Now it's the second option, because Luka Doncic will take attention away from Kristaps Porzingis. You know what that happens to Kristaps Porzingis? That leaves him open. So now he's just about to get better. And now he's a little bit more open because Luka Doncic is on the team. Now that's a deadly combination, because Kristaps Porzingis have all these moves, kind of guard-like moves. He should fadeaways. 7'3", it's hard to block him already. He could shoot the 3, drive the ball. He could dribble and shoot. And he could defend, he could block. Don't get that mistaken. You know what I mean? So with Kristaps Porzingis and Luka Doncic on the team, and then they still got Harrison Barnes. Let's not forget, Harrison Barnes was a starting small forward on that 2015 Golden State Warriors championship run, and he was also there when they won the 73 game win season. You know what I mean? So, and then let's look at who they got. They also got Courtney Lee. He's a serviceable kind of guy. Tim Hardaway Jr., he's a guy that can score the ball, give you buckets, no problem. But both of them are on a bad contract, meaning that they're getting overpaid to what they're producing. But if you're the Dallas Mavericks, that doesn't really matter, because you got Doncic and Porzingis both young. Porzingis will get his max probably in 2020. Doncic is still in his rookie deal. So by the time, Hardaway Jr. comes off the book and Courtney Lee comes off the book, that's when Doncic will get his max, right? So you got those two best European players right there. And then let's not forget Dwight Powell. Because Dwight Powell, he's a serviceable guy off the bench. He's basically an energizer bunny. Will slash, will dunks, right? Alley-oops, all that stuff, defend the ball. So I'd put him on center beside Kristaps Porzingis, because I don't want Kristaps Porzingis to play center. I'll play play power forward because the guy can play power forward, right? And then he'll probably chase down blocks. You know, he's pretty lengthy, 7'3". Then you got Dwight Powell at center, Harrison Barnes as a small, and you got Luka Doncic as the point guard. Because Luka Doncic as a point guard, 6'7", he can shoot. It's not like Ben Simmons, 6'10", really good but can't shoot the ball. Luka Doncic is different, you know, 6'7", pretty tall, really good playmaker, could shoot the ball, clutch threes, and then all you gotta do is put that decent 3-and-D shooting guard, and then now you have a playoff caliber team. The Dallas Mavericks really did well on this. Obviously, if everything goes well, because Kristaps Porzingis may not even come back healthy. You know, he might not even be happy with the Dallas Mavericks, though that's unlikely because Dallas is really good with international players, kind of like San Antonio Spurs with Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and even Tim Duncan. You know, because Tim Duncan is from the US Virgin Islands. He's not really from the mainland. So anyways, you got those two. So this is a really good trade for the Mavericks. But now let's look at the New York side. On the New York side, your franchise player doesn't want to be with you anymore. Came yesterday morning saying like, hey, I don't want to be with this team anymore. And Steve Mills, like I said, is a good executive. So he's just like, hey, should we risk losing this guy? No, he doesn't really want to be here. And he's also injured. So we don't really know what kind of Kristaps Porzingis we're going to get back. They don't really know that. So they traded him away for what? They needed to open 2 max contract slots, right? Because you got plethora of free agents. You got Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, you got Kawhi Leonard, you got Klay Thompson that you could sign. Even Kemba, even Jimmy Butler you can sign. Though those are kind of like an A-. You want the A++, the Kevin Durants, right? That's why you're opening up 2 slots. Now you're competing against the Clippers. You got 2 max contracts. You got the Brooklyn Nets. You got 2 max contracts. And if you only have one and an unsure Kristaps Porzingis, you're not gonna get that free agent. So you have to get rid of him. And then they also correct the mistake they did in 2017 because they passed on Dennis Smith Jr. They should have drafted the guy. So they made the mistake. They also acquired Dennis Smith Jr. DeAndre Jordan would come off the books this summer. DeAndre Jordan come off the books, and then you got Wes Matthews come off the books. Now they got $75 million cap space. Now they could sign 2 max free agents. And New York Knicks is a franchise that you want to win in, especially if you're Durant, because you got this Golden State championship brand lingering. Like, hey, you just join a super team. You know, you just make it as a more super team. That's why you keep winning championships. So if he was to win with the New York Knicks, that's going to be considered as one of the greats, right? If it's not yet considered. So anyways, so it's really good for the New York Knicks considering that, because you're not sure with Kristaps Porzingis, then you just free up 2 cap space, and in return you got Dennis Smith Jr. who have great potential, and you also got 2 first-round picks, right? Obviously those first-round picks might not even be that high considering how good the Mavericks can be, but at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do, and you have to trade Kristaps Porzingis. At the end of the day, I really feel it's a win-win for both teams, especially if you're a Dallas Mavericks fan. The ceiling of this team is so high that, man, like they could be competing for a championship for the next decade. I'm telling you, that's how good they could be. And if you're the New York Knicks, this could be a really good win if you end up signing Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving or Klay Thompson. And let's not forget, they also have the potential to land the #1 pick, Zion Williamson. They could use that as a package for Anthony Davis, or they could keep the guy. If you were to sign 2 max guys plus Zion Williamson, hey, listen, in the next 2-3 years, New York Knicks will be a team to beat, especially in the East. It's a win-win for both teams, and yeah, I guess that's it for today for me. Thank you guys for listening. Hope to see you guys again. Have a good day. Peace.